Hey everybody, welcome to day 3 of vlogmas, quiltmas. What are we calling it? I don't even know yet. So anyway, today I've got a kind of a quick project. So back in July, I started these little candy blocks. I have one more to make. I did a video on these, a Christmas in July video, and I'll put the link in it. But I have one more to make. I'm going to put that together, and then we're going to put all 4 of them together into a table runner for my son and daughter-in-law for Christmas, because they're hosting Christmas this year. So let's go get that other block done and get this all together into a table runner. Thanks so much for joining me. Okay, so here's what we're working with. Back in July, I did a little Christmas in July video, and I made these wrapped candy blocks, twisted candy blocks. I don't remember exactly what they were called. This is a Jenny Doan pattern. And I never went back and finished anything with them. So I have one more that's partially cut. I'm going to finish that one for you, and then I'm going to put these together into a table runner. So I have these, and then I have the corner triangles for one more. I have some 3.5-inch strips that I will be cutting, and then I've got another piece here that I'll be cutting into 3.5-inch strips. 3-inch strips, sorry, 3-inch strips. And then I've got this. I didn't have a center piece cut for this yet. So I have this that I'm going to cut the center piece. And I thought it went good with the other candy canes. And this one has little bits of candy too. So I have all these other candy cane fabrics. And we're just going to do a bunch of candy canes. I'm going to have 4 of these total. And then I pulled this for the borders and between to do the table runner. And then I pulled this out, and I think this piece is going to be just perfect for the backing. This was a scrap from Mom's stash. She had actually made me a big Christmas tablecloth for my big dining table I had in an older house. I don't have it anymore because I don't have room for it, but I'm pretty sure that this should be just the right size for that. So that's what I'm working on today, day 3 of Quiltmas. So I need these, and these were actually made with 2 5-inch squares. So a 5-inch square of the background and a 5-inch square of this, and then they stacked them. Jenny stacked them and sewed all the way around, and then cut it into 4. So I got 4 of these. So this one would actually make 2, and I have extras in my Christmas pile. And then I need a 5-inch square of this fabric for the center. So let me grab a smaller ruler. Okay, I did give these a quick press while I was in the other room too. So I need a 5-inch square. I need out of this, these are already 3 inches. I need 2 of these at 7.5. I need 2 at 3 by 5. I think this is 5 right here. Yes, it is. So I need 2 at 3 by 5. And then I need 2 backgrounds at 2.5 inches square. So this will work just perfectly. Okay, so we're going to go to the sewing machine. We're going to take this, and we are going to snowball 2 corners like this. Is that the right way? And we're going to snowball one here and one here. And then we're going to put this, that, and this, and that, and then this, and that. We're going to put that all together at the sewing machine real quick, and then we'll be back to tell you what else we're doing. Okay, so first we're going to snowball these corners, and I am not going to mark these. You can mark them by folding them. That's how Jenny did it in her video. I have the seam tape on my sewing machine. I'm just going to use that. So I'm going to snowball these two corners. Lost my little scissors here somewhere. I don't know. I'm going to trim these right here. I'm going to press these open and I'll be back in 2 seconds. Quick zoom out. Time to put this block together. Oh, I need them all facing the same way. Let me make sure I got this facing the right way. Okay. Although I don't think it would be a tragedy if it wasn't, I would prefer, since I have 3 of them the same, that they all be the same. And I learned my lesson with those stripes the other day, that you got to pay attention to stuff like that. So this goes here, this goes here, or I could do it this way and this way. It really doesn't matter. Let's put these together. Oh, I think I needed to trim these half square triangles a little bit. I sure did. Let me trim these down. I'll be right back. Okay, so I trimmed these down and I missed the go button when I came back. So basically what I did was I sewed this corner to the long piece and this corner to the long piece and these 2 short pieces to the big piece in the middle, and then I sewed straight there. I'm going to go press these. That gives me 4 blocks, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to work them together. So I need these all to be 10 inches square. They're going to finish at 9.5. So this one is good. This one I'm going to have to trim. Let's get us on a proper grid here. So after a bit of a break, I went and picked Jilly up from school for my daughter. I am back, and I have cut these strips at 2.5 inches, and these are going to go in between. And some of them I cut 10 like I needed, and then a couple of them I cut at 11. It was just a mismeasure. I'm going to decide what order these are going to go in, and then I'm going to put the 2.5 inch strips on in between each block, and then on the ends with the pink and the green. I'm going to go white, pink, white, green. So each of these is going to get a 2.5 inch strip, and then they're going to go all together, and this white one is going to get a 2.5 inch strip on the end. And then we're going to cut the sides. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so here's where I'm at so far. I split the greens up, the whites up. I don't know if I did them right. I don't know. It's my quilting, so is there really a right or a wrong? I was watching Amy Demmett a minute ago, and she says I'm the boss of my own quilting, so I guess it's the right way. So the next thing I need to do, I'm going to trim these off because, like I said, I don't know what I was thinking when I cut. I cut some of them at 11. I cut like 4 of them at 11 inches instead of 10. Just going to even those off. And cut the edge, the border for, let's see if we can get this lined up here. Cut the border there we go. Cut the border for the top and the bottom. So let me get this out of the way. Let's see, 4.5 inches, and I need 3 strips at 4.5 inches. So okay, put that with my other scraps. So now, I think one of these I'm going to have to cut in half. This is going to go across the top and the bottom, like this. So I don't even need to cut it in half. I just need to add a little bit on. I'm just going to stitch these end to end and put one side on, and then I'm just going to stitch them straight across. And then I'll go down one side, and then I'll take the scraps and I'll stitch the scrap from the one side and I'll stitch that together, and then I'll go down the other side. So I'll be right back. Okay, so the top to this runner is all put together. That's all I have time for today. Tomorrow we will make a sandwich, and oh, there's a hole in that fabric right there. Okay, so I'm going to cut that piece out and fix that. But tomorrow, that's what happens when you store fabric for a long time. Sometimes things happen to it. I'm going to cut that piece out. I'm going to piece a piece in. I'll just rip some of the seam. I'll cut it. I'll piece a piece in. I've got plenty of pieces, and once I quilt it, you'll never notice it. But anyway, I'll do that off camera. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it before I make the sandwich on tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video is definitely going to be finishing this up. So that's going to be it for me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, all the fun stuff. We'll see you on the next one. Okay, so I've got some crazy scribbles, and the first thing I need to do is trim these down so they're the right size. They should be at 10 inches right now. This one is close, but not quite. On these, I trimmed these pieces a little long, and I wish I would have done that on this one too, because I came up 1/4 of an inch short on the one piece. So what to do? And it's actually, I bet I could rip that and fix it. All right, I'm going to pull that seam out and I'm going to fix it. I've got 14 minutes I've got to leave to go pick a little one up from school. So I got this fixed. It doesn't match up perfectly in that corner, but the edges match up.